Whoa.
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Y, the channel. The channel. Aloha everyone, it's Sunday, May 3rd. And I'm trying to make this a little more seamless. Let's try the love is in the
later this evening.
Love. Later this evening. Okay, aloha everyone. It is Sunday, so we'll do old and new. A little short read, no comment, and sometimes it's surprising what just comes up. Got us $2, everything's going. Okay. Little vlog, little news. Vlog, the birdies are trying to come back on this side. There's one or two stragglers, and I cannot just let one or two stragglers, because they find a little place and it's too late. They're already kind of not flying. They're not scared of me. It takes one or two times and they're like, this guy's nothing, and they're like, they don't even fly, they walk. But when they get a little spot, and they're like, caw, and they're calling others, and then it just builds, and it builds pretty rapidly. So it's an uphill battle.
Why can't I come?
Why can't I come? Because the birdies are crowding everyone out. And they go quack quack. So I got a new sheet because mine was totally tattered. I'm feeling all right with the health thing, except there was one concern, so I have to ask them. I'll spare you the detail because it's your collection bag. It looked cloudy there. I spilled the beans, and I'm looking around like, what else? It's just been kind of running around busy. The oven's still broken, and this and that. And it just winds up. I wind up running around with the head cut off. That metaphor. Okay. So there it is. The regular news. Well, the partial government is now open. Things aren't very much different, except Department of Homeland Security got funded without funding ICE and Border Patrol. I think that's where it stands, and they're trying to fund it with some big bad beautiful bill money somehow. It's all crazy crap. The war is on, I don't even know how long, but it's past its 60-day ceasefire. It has a ceasefire, and then it had the 60-day War Powers thing, which expired a couple days ago. They're saying, the ceasefire, we don't need, our countdown is frozen, right? So we can still do stuff. And then Trump saying, we don't need the Congress's approval anyway, because he's brushing suffering. Congress is suffering.
I can't speak.
They're brushing aside all his. Trump is brushing aside Congress's powers under the U.S. Constitution. So it's like, you have that power. And this is all scary because the midterm elections are coming up and they're just redistricting like crazy. And then the redistricting of the other map in Louisiana and Alabama was supposed to make it more fair for the black and basically any minority voters. But the Supreme Court is stepping in and knocking that down. This is a voting rights act from the 60s, right? The civil rights stuff, and it's hard fought thing. And their Supreme Court's like, it doesn't apply. So they're
weak.
they're weighing in on Trump's side as far as making the voting less accessible to everyone, and that's what makes a fair election. So in a sense, they're tampering with the voting already. They're trying to do it by legal means, but then they're gonna Congress don't matter and all this stuff, and pretty soon they're gonna put ICE agents out by voting booths, and then they're gonna cry illegal, or if they lose, they're gonna because last time mail-in balloting came in, and it was prominently Democratic. So Trump was trying to say, stop the vote, stop the count. Don't count their votes because they're coming in. Stop it. And then they're crying out that it was unfair because people voted Democratic is in their book. That's unfair. That's not fair. They should be voting for Trump. It's not fair. So he freaks out and cries, voting fraud stuff. There hasn't really been voting fraud. It's like maybe 0.00001%, 7%. And there just isn't. But they're trying to act like it is fake outrage in order to make actions like take military, like the National Guard or whatever they got left of ICE, and seize the voting things, and then they're going to say, we're going to count the ballots and tell you who won. And this is going to be things like that. And it's all coming up real soon. And then there's like the governor, California. There's the governor of California, and California is like the biggest, most successful economy. It's bigger than some countries and stuff. And it's just huge with its economy and stuff. And they could just say, well, we're not going to pay federal taxes. So the vote for governor for California is really big. And there's like 60 or so nominations for Democrats. It's possible the Republicans could take the governor vote. So these other votes, elections are also significant. So it's
not for you.
it's just crazy. The Iran war, you can't say the Gulf War because it's the Persian Gulf that goes through the Strait of Hormuz outward. So that back to the Persian Gulf, right? And that's still closed because it didn't get opened, and Trump wants to bomb Iran, and for a penalty for not opening it, the U.S. has went in and taken the ports, essentially closing it for Iran. So if you're going to keep the Strait of Hormuz closed, well, we're going to close it. So it's kind of strange, and it's costing $25 billion so far, and it's just going to go up to billions and billions a day. It's like, holy crap. And the gas prices are still sky high, and the affordability is still high. And I think the MAGA Republicans are cracking, and so is Donald Trump. I think he's slowly going cuckoo over this stuff. He had a golf tournament, a PGA golf tournament thing at one of his places, and nobody showed up. There's just empty bleachers. So no one wants to go, hey, Trumpy bye. Louisiana State, he said he was gonna blast them out of hell. They're gonna blast them to hell. I forget other stuff. I tried to write it down, and now my thingy's all wacky. I didn't follow my own directions somehow. Anyways, we got old and new, so let's get to that. Because they say if you read something out loud out of the Bible,
I can't get through.
It drives away spirits and so someone that why?
And honestly, Padre, me a spirit is sanctity. The spirit, the spirit,
Oh. And light in the eye. Oh. Psalms. Okay. Psalms 18:16. He reached down from on high, he took me, he drew me out of mighty waters. He delivered me from my strong... strong enemy, and from whose hatred hated me, for they were mighty for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my support. Okay. Watching. And
There's 3.
but it's gotta be rubric, gotta be some red. Oh, there's tons of red on this one. Okie dokie. John 15. 1. Jesus the true vine. I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine grower. He removes every branch in me that bears no fruit. Every branch that bears fruit, he prunes to make it bear more fruit. You have already been cleansed by the word, and I have spoken to you. Abide in me as I abide in you, just as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, and you are the branches. This happens, and that happens. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, a preacher once, actual priest, Roman Catholic priest, told me, it's like, yeah, it's cool. It's just random out of there. That's a good thing. There's a lot of crazy stuff and terrible stuff, and things are getting weirder as midterm election, and it's like 6 months away. There's that's in November, and there's like early elections though in that's why it's weird. That's why Hawaii's got things too, right? Oh, wait. See, look, Hawaii, look at this. Ooh, look, there's something special. You can see the magic invisible ink. Woo! What could it be? Oh, let's see what it is. Okay, Hawaii news. In Hawaii, the 50 years of Hokulea's first voyage canoe continues to reshape Hawaii. So Hokulea, the replica of this ancient traveling. This is how Hawaiians got to Hawaii. Charming.
It makes no sense.
It's charming and it makes no sense, but that's the way it is. So they read the replica, and it's 50 years later. So Hokulea, and it's kind of connecting a lot of Polynesia island cultures stuff, which are very, very similar. Kona low storms, the city defends debris strategy. $4.5 million cleanup exceeds the price tag of that is $100 million for that Kona low storm and stuff. And see, it's targeting grazing, reduces wildfire risks, so let the cows eat the grass, so don't burn everybody up. Reagan chuckles as lieutenant governor. What? The cows ate the grass. That's good, huh? I think it's a fire break for you. And in volleyball, yay! Punching their ticket. So the NCAA, so they're in the top 4, or they celebrated, punched their ticket, their volleyball championship ticket. The defeated USC Saturday in the sellout crowd. So they defeat USC. Now they're in the volleyball championship. So they punch their ticket like they're gonna go. It's like, punch their ticket? What are you talking about, eh? And high schools are having their state championship for surfing. High school surfing team. Hey, you're on the surfing team. No, I'm on the football team. Well, I'll be on the surfing team. So, the volleyball. Yay! Todd and Justine and the guy Blocker. So, because he blocks. So, the surfing champions. And here they are. The surfing champions. Girls shortboard, longboard, bodyboard. Boys shortboard, longboard, bodyboard. It's like, hey, we win the surfing championship in high school. Only in Hawaii. It was an accident. No, they voted on that. And then after that, basketball. Relax. Remember 1982? You want to relax? Just go out there and open up some crates with heads sticking out. It's like the giraffes. The Honolulu Zoo handler is a pair of young giraffes, and they just kind of came in the mail. Traveling commodes, accommodations. Come on. Get me out of this porta potty, you son of a... They're from Auckland, New Zealand. Okay. What? Volleyball. And changing bloom. It's getting to be summertime. It's already spring kind of going out the door. Summer's kind of coming in the door. It's getting different like that. And then there's Spain. The divisive dangerous time. What's driving all this violence? I wonder, is it the words? Yeah, they ripple. It's called inciting a riot, and that's what's happening every time with these speeches. It's the Dems' fault. Biden's failed administration. But you better not call the war a failure in Iran was treason. Here's Trump derangement syndrome, the founding member. The big beautiful bill, park passes with his face on it, coin with his face, passport with his face on it, Donald Trump name on the Kennedy Center, and Donald Trump DOJ. I'm the founding member. This is a mega something. But he did a PGA tournament at one of his golf courses. Nobody showed up. Like nobody. What do you got here?
I got a car complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel impressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take on the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm chasing. I see the world like it's ready for the taking.
It's here.
It's here. The purpose of the Green Fee, Act 96, is to fund initiatives that promote environmental stewardship, hazard mitigation in the face of sea level rise and infrastructure resilience in disasters. It is also designed to mitigate impacts of tourism on the natural environment. The Senate Ways and Means Committee's proposal to replace about half of the initial funding for the projects recommended by the Governor's Advisory Council deserves public scrutiny. For example, how does funding for an agribusiness food network align more closely with the Green Fee's purpose than reforestation and habitat improvement? Following coastal low storms, we should invest in forests to absorb and slow water. WAM's list of surely has some worthy initiatives, but they should not be funded with the Green Fee's proceeds. 100-year storms now come every 5 to 10 years. The Green Fee funding to build resilience is critical to the future of our islands. Wendy White, Coolio. Okay, thank you, Wendy, for sending in your letter and talking about the Green Fee thing. I thought it was just like, tourist impact because we're relying on tourism. So you got all these tourists coming in. It's like, environmental protection. But you're talking about, Wendy's talking about, build forests so the water doesn't come rushing down. Well, yeah, they should be thinking about that. And I agree totally about climate change does exist. It already changed. Well, it changes naturally, but human-influenced climate changes has been around since the 60s when everyone's like going, pollution, stop pollution. Because it goes up, raises the temperature in general of the globe. And these storms have more energy because it's more heat energy for these storms. And they're coming all these droughts, these things moving around. So there's like cold spells and droughts and tornadoes and storms. And, oh yeah, that's a fact. I mean, that's like an obvious, here comes the storm. I think it was, some place in Manila. No, Thailand. It was some island got wiped out by a category, 5, 10, 11 typhoon. It's like a typhoon that's so huge. Anyways, over here at Safe for Now, it's gonna be summery looking. It's going from spring to summer. It's good now. Everything's fine. Aloha. Have a